One of the things that I think is really valuable about small groups is that we listen to one another. And that creates a sense of safety. And we are able to express ourselves. And maybe the most important person that hears what we have to say to these other people in the safe environment is ourselves. We actually listen to our own words, and they somehow sink in a way that they don't otherwise. And that's just been tremendously valuable to me.
One of my favorite aspects of small groups, UU small groups, is that we avoid crosstalk, which means we don't comment on what other people in the group say. So while we're formulating our responses to a set of questions, we're not thinking about how anyone else might receive it. We're not worried about whether someone else can get on the same page as us. So I think this gives us more space to think more deeply.
Yeah, whenever I uh, come to the small group meeting, I'm reminded of Emerson's saying that every man is a stream whose source is hidden. I think that when speakers talk about their life, they are connecting with their source. And I think that you get your energy from your source. When you are connected with your source, I think you come alive. I think that's felt in the listeners. Whenever I listen to those stories, I feel that I just know the speaker to a much deeper level than I would otherwise hear those like street talks.
I love to hear the stories of other people's lives. I think everyone has a unique story. We're all unique individuals from the moment we're born, even before. We carry our own unique DNA and we've been through our own experiences in life. So we're very diverse in that respect. I enjoy learning about all the people in the group in that small setting in which each person is allowed to speak without being interrupted, without being challenged, just being listened to for who they are.
I first heard about small groups, probably 20 years ago in the UU Society, and it was a woman who got up to do a pulpit editorial, and what she said was, "Are you one of those people who, during social hour, hides behind a cup of coffee?" And I said, "Yes, that's me." So it's a way for me. Small groups has been a way to meet people in a real personal way, and yeah, and as others said, get to know myself as much as I'm getting to know other people. It's a pretty special kind of place to be.
We've been through joys, sorrows, griefs, all kinds of experiences. And when I hear what some other people have been through, I actually gain some strength from that. And I hope they can gain some strength from me.
When I hear those deeply personal stories, I then I really come to appreciate what diversity really means. That diversity at fundamental level is diversity of everybody's personal experience.
I came to the UUSA shortly after my wife died because I needed people in my life. And small group is a place we can talk about things that matter. Living and dying and loving and having children and God and spirit and just things that matter.
So small groups are a group of about 8 or so people that meet roughly once a month for about an hour and a half. It's an opportunity to sit with each other and share intimate stories and a real deep connection that you don't really get to see in any sort of other setting. You get to listen very deeply to each other's experiences. And the way I was thinking about it earlier was in this space, we really share life together, not just how the weather is or what's going on at work, but really the substance that makes up our lives, and we get to share that with each other. And sharing this in a small group, maybe not people you would have met before or gotten to know otherwise, is such a important way to get to know people really deeply and feel like you're part of something bigger than yourself, feel like you're part of a community, feel seen and heard and known for who you are. And the format of the small groups means that there's no judgment, there's no discussion, there's no back and forth. It's just you sharing what you want to share and hearing from others and honoring the stories and sharing of their lives.
I just get to know people better this way, given that so many of us have just moved here and the congregation has a lot of new members. It kind of helps speed up getting to know each other in meaningful ways. So I appreciate every single time that I am in one of these meetings, so people put themselves out there. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it.